know what time it is? Scotty Nation, stand up and represent the Navy and Gold as it's time to let everyone know this is Highland Community College.
Haskins open look three. Swish! Haskins from outside. Corner pocket three. Redparth dead on three of his own. And he is straight cash. Making it rain from outside. Holding Redparth with a little swagger after the three.
From the players who work hard and never quit.
Mason off the dribble. Weaves his way. Knifing through the lane and in. The bucket is good. Tavion Mason weaves his way through the maze of defenders again. And once more takes it to the rack.
The coaches who strategize and game plan.
From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got in your body, lay it on the line until the final whistle blows.
And the fans who cheer.
Down low in traffic, high off the glass and in. Alonzo Williams goes to work, puts the hard hat on, grabs the lunch pail and does some work inside the paint. Rutherford with the steal. Here's Jalen in transition and slams it home. Yeah, Jalen Rutherford with the finish. The one-hand jam.
This is Highland Scotty basketball.
Ready to roll for the men's basketball showdown in the Jayhawk Conference play. Highland Community College playing host to Johnson County today, and we're looking for a Scotty sweep for both the men and the women to start Jayhawk Conference play 2-0. It should be an interesting one. Highlands won 3 of the last 4 against Johnson County, but Johnson's won 6 of the last 10 overall, including the region championship last year. After the Scotties swept them in the regular season, well, Johnson County got the better of Highland in that region championship, dashing the Scotties' hopes of a national tournament appearance. The Scotties have things on their minds for a little retribution of that one, and of course want to get back to that region championship game yet again. Starters being announced for both teams. For Johnson County, led by 26-year head coach Mike Jeffers. They're 9-12 on the season, but have won 5 in a row. They're only just 2-5, however, on the road. Berlin Roberson starts today, the freshman from St. Louis, Missouri. Marquand Wilson, the sophomore from Lee Summit, Missouri. Xavier Womack, the freshman from St. Louis, Missouri. Also sophomore Anthony Lupardis, he starts from Lee Summit, Missouri. And General Williams, the freshman from Kansas City, Missouri, rounds out the 5 for Johnson, who's in the navy jerseys with the yellow trim on the shorts and these jerseys, the white numerals and letters. Highland in the white home unis tonight with the gold numerals and letters. Gold and navy on the jerseys as well. Starting 5 of freshman Tavion Mason from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Rockville, Maryland native and sophomore Holden Redparth. Also sophomore Osage City, Kansas native Ryan Haskins. Sophomore from Olathe, Kansas, Alonzo Williams. And getting his second start of the year, it's freshman from Washington, D.C., Kevin Perry. Perry set the jump at midcourt with Womack, and the tip will be won by Highland. Womack tapped it back, but Redparth tracked it in, and Holden's going to set the offense in motion, giving it off to Mason. Mason fouled early, or actually it was a foul away from the ball. Or no foul. The clock didn't start. So, clock never started. That's what the whistle was about. So shot clock started, but game clock, however, did not start for this one. 16-5 record, looking to be 17-5 for Highland. 2-0 in Jayhawk Conference play if they can get the W here today. Of course, well, they lost the championship game to Johnson 74-67, but beat them 68-58 here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse last year and won 71-57 at Johnson's place earlier on in the season as well last season. Redparth picks up his dribble, gives it off to Haskins. Haskins to Mason. Mason coming off a good game against Labette. Down low, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Mason up and in, steadied himself, fade away jumper from the baseline from about 8 feet out and knocks down the first bucket of the ball game. Just young into the first half of action as we get the first points of the contest. Anthony Lupatis, he is actually one of the recognition for Junior College Player of the Week. 3 is up and good. Xavier Womack knocks down the trifecta try, and the early 3-ball falls for a 3-2 advantage for Johnson. Alonzo Williams played well with a double-figure performance against Labette, a 4-point road victory for Highland. Williams, though, lost it there. Lupatis gets it. They throw it ahead, off and running to the basket. Berlin Robertson throws it off to Williams, and Williams gets the bucket, and it is a 5-2 lead for Johnson. Johnson beat KCK in their Jayhawk Conference opener, 87-52. Shot over 50% from that floor in that game and scored 29 points off 20 turnovers and held their opponent to 36% from the floor. Mason again weaves his way. There's Perry. He's fouled. Kevin hoists the shot up, but he gets fouled. Kevin Perry rebounding the ball exceptionally well as of late. 5 or more rebounds in the last 3 games with a couple of 8 rebound games. And the 2 games that were 8 rebound affairs were, with, of course, career high numbers in that rebounding category. Perry at the line to 70% free throw shooter. Steadies, fires, misses short though. Off the front of the iron, just scraping the rim. It's 14 of 20 entering today from the free throw line. Perry looking to make it a 2-point ball game with 18:33 to go in the first half. Bend to the knees, flick of the wrist, free throw up and good. Massages the mesh there, does Perry on the charity stripe try. 2-point ball game, 5-3. Johnson on top, right to left across your radio dial and across the Scotty Sports Network screen. Often running off the dribble, they throw it into the corner. Dump pass down low, kind of bobbled, and a 3-second call inside the paint, or was it a foul? That was a foul, excuse me. Foul going on Lupatis. Anthony Lupatis with the personal foul, his first. Team foul number 2 on Johnson in that category. Lupatis leads the team in scoring with 19.6 points per game. Haskins for 3! Swished it home. Ryan Haskins with outside shooting. He's tied for 11th in the country and made 3-pointers and 12th best 3-point field goal percentage in the country as well. Johnson trying to answer for 3. They do with a bucket from General Williams. It's a pretty cool name, General Williams. 3 balls good, 8-6. Johnson up by 2 with 17:40 to go in the first half. Haskins to the near corner. Williams shakes, bakes, goes in, spins, fires up and in. Bucket's good. Alonzo Williams, 11.5 per game. Started all 22 affairs thus far this year. And he's put together some strong performances on a regular basis this season. Double figures in 14 games for Zoe here this year and ties it up at 8 with the last bucket. Roberson to the near side. Berlin takes it back out, and he's going to try to get over around to Haskins. Bounce pass, finds a good shot for Wilson. Marquand Wilson with the bucket, and 10-8 lead for Johnson with under 17 to play in the first half. Mason around his defender, goes to the baseline, goes around and up and under the basket. It's good. Tavion Mason just, well, taking his time, biting his way around the defender and goes baseline, take it up and under and knock it down for 2. Ball's on the floor, tracked in by Johnson, however. Berlin Roberson picked it back up. He peels it back, sets it up in the half-court set. Johnson averages 80 points per game. Highland 84.7 points per game. Scotty's giving up just about 68. 3 on the way. That's off the heel of the rim. No good by Womack. Johnson's giving up about 78 points per game, so there's a difference there as far as the opponent scoring for the 2 teams. Redparth for 3. Jettisons off the rim. Williams gets the rebound, lobs it back out for Haskins. Ryan sets the offense in motion again after the offensive rebound. 16 minutes to go in the first half. Knotted at 10. Redparth, left side wing to Perry. Perry steps, fires a 3 of his own. Rainbow 3! Kevin Perry from downtown gives Highland the lead again, 13-10. The Scotties are up by a trifecta. Lupatis off on the near side, gets a pick. Anthony with Tavion Mason right on top of him. Good defense by Kevin Perry to come and help him out, but ultimately a foul does come. Kevin Perry called for the personal. Perry's first team foul on the Scotties as well. Highland at home, 8-0 this year. Head coach Jerry Cole, 84-47 at home in his career as head coach in 9 seasons with the Scotties. 15:25 to play in the first half. Highland up by 3, 13-10. Ball on the floor. Lupatis picks it up, and Anthony does a little behind-the-back dribble there. Some fancy dribbling, but Tavion Mason right up in front of him, and an air ball. Shot clock violation. Head coach Jerry Cole wanted a double dribble as well by Lupatis, who had the ball down low with his dribble. Been Allen Fieldhouse packed today with a good crowd. Good student section turnout as well. Crowd on hands for multiple times to see this great performances today from the Scotties. One win already, looking for two. Perry's pass intercepted momentarily. It's on the floor. Scrum for it. Lupatis gives it off and gives it off to his teammate, General Williams, who hits the brakes, throws it ahead across half court. Off the running to the basket. They swing it, extra pass. Lupatis, deep three is good. Anthony Lupatis, if he gets hot, watch out. The sophomore is a pretty darn good shooter. 19.6 points per game. Averages 5 boards, 4.5 assists. He's a good player all around. One of the best in the Jayhawk Conference. If you watch the Jayhawk Conference and keep track of it, you would know that by the fact that, the numbers he puts up. Here's Holden Redparth, who's been one of the best players on the team this year for Highland. Little shooter's roll by Holden. Holden, of course, transferring in from Monroe College. Has helped the Scotties. He has 18.6 points per game this year. Just the Maryland native. Lupatis again for three. From the same spot, knocks it in. Back-to-back threes by Lupatis. 16-15. Johnson County on top by 1. With just under 14 minutes to play here in the first half. Mason goes baseline, dump pass inside for Williams. Williams lost the handle, and it's picked back up now here by Johnson. Lupatis off and running to the basket against Haskins, up and in, and Lupatis has the last 8 points for Johnson. Lupatis makes it a 3-point lead as well for Johnson, their largest lead of the game. Largest lead either way has been 3. Haskins, spot up 18-footer, rolls off the rim. Rebound tracked in by Wilson. Wilson will bring it across midcourt, off to Lupatis now, and then a foul. Tavion Mason, the ticketed party here. Mason picks up team foul number 2. Jarvis Johnson, James Caldwell, and DJ Dokes will enter the fold for Highland. Holden Redparth and Ryan Haskins remain on the floor. General Williams to sling it in over on the far side. Anthony Lupatis as well on the floor. He has the ball in his hands, and he does a lot of times have the ball in his hands for Johnson. Rightfully so, and understandably. Lupatis comes off a pick. Good job by Johnson to get past the pick and get right back on top of him. Here's Wilson. Wilson into the corner. 3-ball on the way. That won't go. Rebound tapped around, and Highland will see it go into Johnson's hands. Dokes and Caldwell had a hand on it. They feed Caldwell in the near post. Caldwell going to go up strong with it. He's fouled. Ball doesn't make it to the rim as he was hit on the way up by Wilson, but James Caldwell also hit. So James goes to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Caldwell shooting 71.4% from the floor, also shooting 75% from the free throw line. James, bend to the knees, flick of the wrist, free throw, too short off the front of the iron, just scraping the rim. James has started the games more often than not the last few contests, but not getting the start today. Kevin Perry got his second start instead of James Caldwell. Dylan Owen in for Highland. Scotty's down by 3, 18-15 with 12:49 to play here in the first half. Caldwell splits the pair, makes it a 2-point ball game as James makes 1 of 2. He was 12 of 16 from the line entering today, so now 13 of 18 from the charity stripe. Up to the top of the key, Matt Balding is out there. Also on the floor, Melly McKinney. McKinney whistled for the traveling violation. And that travel is a turnover on Johnson County. Only 2 turnovers on the Cavaliers, 3 turnovers on Highland thus far. Johnson's done a good job to distribute the ball. They have 7 assists on their 7 made field goals. Down and in, there's James Caldwell backing his way down to the basket, up off the backboard and down home. That's why he shoots 70+% from the floor. He shoots high percentage shots at the rim. So great job there by James Caldwell to get the bucket. 18 all. Little spot up that time was going to take him back. Here's Wilson off the drive. Dished it off to the near corner. That's a Baldy. Dump pass, 3 seconds on the shot clock. No good on their opportunity, and that's a shot clock violation. Jalen Rutherford had gathered it in his hands by the time. Caldwell off and running. Caldwell misses the shot strong. Xavier overcompensated for a potential block, put a little too much mustard on it. And then Johnson County answers back the other way and regains the lead, 20-18. Both teams shooting well, over 70% from the floor. Dokes from the free throw line backs it out for Owen. Now to Johnson. Johnson for Rutherford. Jalen now off and running to the basket, throws it up, gets the blocking foul. And Jalen to shoot 2. Shot didn't go, but Rutherford will go to the line. The Fort Mitchell, Alabama natives, transferred from South Union State College, where he was last year. Has played in every game this season for the Scotties. He's at the line to shoot a pair of free throws. First free throw, dead irons off the back of the rim. Take it anywhere you can get it. Scotties on the year shoots 73% from the free throw line this year, which ranks them 12th best in the NJCAA Division II. Jalen at the line again. Second free throw. Rolls off the left side of the iron and won't go down. So Jalen splits the pair. Ahead on the outlet. Johnson bobbled the pass. Wilson off to the near side. Lupatis. Now back to Lupatis again. Here on the left side wing. Getting guarded by Johnson. Johnson gets a little extra help off the pick. And they blow a whistle and a traveling violation. Xavier Womack basically slid in the paint when he picked up his dribble. 20-19, Highland down by 1. Scotty's trailing. Neither team's led by more than 3 in the ball game. Owen around the world to Johnson here on the near side. Johnson to Caldwell. Now to Rutherford. Jalen steps back off to Owen on the left side wing. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson weaves through 2 defenders to the rack. Up off the glass. High and off the front of the iron it went to. On a pass thrown away. Johnson leads it astray here into the Spirit squad on the near sideline. Another turnover by Johnson. That is 4 turnovers on Johnson County, 3 on Highland. Coach Jerry Cole in a crouch calls the play, but he's going to see a little bit of frustration come now across his face after a foul. James Caldwell away from the ball gets called for the personal. It's James's first personal foul, team foul number 3 on the Scotties. 14 fouls on Johnson, and we've played nearly half of the first half. Rutherford intercepts the pass. Jalen going to take it all the way to the rim. Lays it up, but he lays it up short, and he falls down. And the rebound picked up by Johnson. Here comes Lupatis. Bounce pass ahead into the hands of Womack. Womack to the rim. He's going to be fouled again, this time by Caldwell. And Womack to the free throw line. James Caldwell's second personal foul. Leland Harvey will come into the contest. I'm assuming for Caldwell, but we'll see. 10:04 to play in the first half. At the line, the free throw is up and good. Xavier Womack with the free throw. Womack on the year, 11.9 points per game, which is second best on the team, only behind Lupatis. Womack's also a 76% free throw shooter. They got a lot of guys that shoot, 60% or above on this free throw percentage side. Of course, they're actually, Johnson County, that is, the second best team in the country, free throw percentage, 77% as a team. Owen, spot up 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound ripped down by Lupatis. 22-19 with 9:45 to play here in the first half. Lupatis now back out to Roberson. Roberson setting up the offense from the left side wing. Backs it back out 5 steps behind the line, 3-point line. Over to the right side wing. That is in the hands of Baldwin. And he gets a missed shot there. Harvey can't hold on to the rebound. Trey did not hold on. Media timeout as we've hit 9:28 on the clock here in the first half. And Johnson County on the road here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse leads your Highland Community College Scotties 22-19. We're back in 1 minute here on 103.9 KNZA and the Scotties Sports Network.
Hi, this is Diamond Dan for Diamonds by Design Jewelry Stores. Diamonds by Design is a full-service jewelry store with a variety of fine jewelry to fit every budget. Come in and let Marcia and her staff help to make your special occasion even more special. Diamonds by Design, locally owned and operated for over 15 years, and we specialize in custom design jewelry with a full-time designer in-house and computer software that lets you build your very own custom design jewelry. Come see Diamonds by Design at 21st and Wanamaker in Topeka.
Is your future secure? The Bank of Highland is your community-minded bank that accepts the responsibility of helping neighbors and friends live easier through insecure financial times, providing loans for home, auto, and agriculture, as well as standard checking and savings accounts. You can depend on your friends at the Bank of Highland to help secure your financial future. The Bank of Highland, branch of Bendina State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, making life better right here at home.
103.9 FM, KNZA.
22-19 lead right now in this ball game, as the Scotties in this showdown trailing at this point, 22-19. Johnson County owning the lead. Neither team, though, is led by more than 3, which is the margin at hand right now. Just over 9 minutes to play before halftime. Well, a deep 3 by Roberson that clanks off the iron, and rebound tracked in by DJ Dokes. A lot of statistical categories thus far pretty even between the two teams, and Highland, although, turns it over in the half-court set. Coach Cole wanting to say that it was touched by Johnson County before it made its way out of bounds, but referees in disagreement with Coach Cole at this point. Cut to the basket, Lupatis all the way to the rim. Good challenge by Rutherford, but the rebound's picked up. The shot won't go in on the second chance try by Womack. Womack misfires on that try there that time, and, well, we go to the line to shoot 2. Xavier Womack to the free throw line. Harvey picked up his first personal foul. 2 for 2 from the line. Womack he shot the only free throws of the game for Johnson, but he misses that try. Highland 3 of 6 from the free throw line thus far, with 3 different gentlemen shooting 2 opportunities from the line, each making 1 of 2. 1 of 2 there for Womack. He's got 6 points. 7 points by General Williams and 8 points by Anthony Lupatis lead the way for Johnson. Also a deuce for Marquin Wilson. For Highland, nobody with more than 4 points, but they've spread out the scoring a little bit more. Owen throws it out. Johnson wants a 3. Oh, line drive 3. That was an air ball. Saved by Owen. Then he goes out of bounds. Last touched by Johnson County. 4 points by Kevin Perry and Tavion Mason with 4. Ryan Haskins and James Caldwell each with 3. 2 points apiece for Alonzo Williams and Holden Redparth, and 1 point for Jalen Rutherford for the scoring for the Scotties thus far. Highland being out-rebounded by 2 early on. 8:20 left to play. Down low, Williams to the rack. He gets fouled as the shot was blocked, but also the foul coming with it. And Alonzo Williams will return to go to the free throw line for the first time. He hasn't been there quite yet. Alonzo, 65% free throw shooter on the year. On the season, 62 of 95 from the line. Free throw is going to be too strong. Scotties have done a good job making their free throws this year, but struggling today. Just 3 of 7 right now, with Williams owning another free throw try coming up. Free throw on the way, up and in. Nothing but nylon there. So 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Williams, and cuts the lead to 3. Lupatis at the top of the key, off to Roberson. Roberson gets the pick there that time from Jackson. Roberson off to the near side, working on Haskins. Back out, Lupatis on the left side wing. Back to Roberson. Roberson with 11.4 points per game, 1 of 3 double-figure scorers for Johnson County. And a foul after the miss. Johnson County getting the foul called upon them. Malik Jackson. Jackson called for the personal. Under 8 to play here in the first half. Low-scoring affair thus far between these two teams, 23-20. But, they've been offensively efficient pretty good. Both teams were shooting over 70% at one point. They're both shooting over 50% right now. Haskins on the left side wing. Around the world it works now with Williams giving off to Redparth here to the near side. Holden picks up his dribble. Out for Kevin Perry as the starting 5 is on the floor for Highland. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Mason spots up, fires it in. Tavian Mason knocks down the jumper from about 8 feet out. Second time he's kind of spotted up for a jumper. Stolen away by Redparth. He throws it ahead. Here's Williams. Williams going to jump up, and he's going to go for the dunk, I think. But he got stripped and fouled. And Johnson County derails a highlight potential play for Alonzo Williams. So Alonzo will have to earn the 2 free throws here. Going to the line to shoot 2. Alonzo Williams was 1 for 2 from the line just a moment ago. He sinks the first. So Williams with that free throw. Now with 4 points in the ball game. Only behind Tavion Mason's 6. Williams' second free throw is short. Rebound tapped by Perry, but it goes long, and it goes to Anthony Lupatis, who throws it ahead. Lupatis gets it into the hands of General Williams. Williams will back it back out, set up the offense right now with 6:50 to go in the first half, 23-all. Roberson to the top, to the free throw line, dumps it back out to Williams on the near side. Williams works it to the top of the wheel, spots up for a 3. Wow, he drained it. Williams from downtown hits the trifecta, and 5 of 8 from three-point range right now is Johnson thus far. There's a whistle and a foul away from the ball. And this is going to go on Malik Jackson. Jackson's second personal foul. Also, we're in the bonus for the Scotties with 6.5 minutes to go nearly in the first half. Highland's going to be going to the charity stripe on any of the fouls the rest of the way for Johnson. Kevin Perry at the line. Perry 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. 4 points on today thus far. And the 1-and-1, he misfires, a little strong. Still struggling from the free throw line is Highland. 5 of 11 from the charity stripe. Johnson's made 3 of their 4 opportunities from the line. And also made 5 of their 8 threes as well. Roberson off the dribble, goes baseline, throws it up into the grouping of players down low. Mila McKinney back in for Johnson. 26-23 lead for the Cavaliers here on the road in their road navies with that yellow trim down the side of the jerseys and the collar, and yellow on the shorts down the side. Close to a backcourt violation, but Johnson saw Roberson straddle backcourt in that situation, or stay just ahead of it, excuse me. Williams bounce pass to Haskins, steps into the 3. Haskins almost sees it rattle in. Rebound picked up by Perry, and yeah, that was going down. Yeah. Shot was blocked by McKinney, but it was after it was already going down into the cylinder. And the foul, or the whistle leading to the goaltend. Cutting the lead to 1 after the Perry bucket, 26-25 with 5:48 to play here in the first half. Off to the near side, Roberson takes it, goes up to the free throw line. McKinney will back it back out. Roberson, Lupatis as well. Williams on the floor too. And rounding out the 5. There's a 3 from the corner that won't go down. Wilson rounds out the 5 for the Cavaliers. The offensive rebound tracked in by Johnson. And Johnson getting the offensive board to get themselves another chance here on the offensive end. Around the world, it's picked up into Williams' hands. Williams trying to feed the post. Instead goes to Lupatis, who then gives it off to Roberson. 5 and change to play in the first half. And down low, there'll be a foul. Holding Redparth will be the whistled party. Redparth's first, but 16 foul on Highland. Scotties trail by 1, 26-25 with 5:06 to go. Lupatis, no look pass to the corner, that time for Wilson. Wilson goes cross court, goes into the body of the defender, and Tavion Mason draws the charge. So Mason draws the charge. causing Johnson County to cough up the ball. Johnson County with 7 turnovers in the first half. Highland only has 4. Both teams relatively disciplined enough to keep the turnovers down thus far. Williams hands it off to Mason. Mason bounce pass in the corner. Haskins fires a 3, and off the rim it goes. Williams with the rebound down low. Haskins gets it, goes through the legs of Perry, and they back it back out. Highland does wisely to set up the offense. Williams now with it, throws up the shot, but an offensive foul. It's going to be on Mason. Mason running over the defender Wilson, and Mason called for the charge as he distributed that to Williams. But Mason ticketed for his second personal foul, and Tavion will have to go to the bench with 2 at the moment. Offensive foul doesn't warrant free throws for Johnson as well, just does give them the possession as they're up by 1, 26-25 with 4:25 to go here in the first half. Wilson, back out. Lupanis around the Scotty logo, now to the top of the key. Lupanis spins, fires the shot. Perry tried to block that, but it falls in off the back of the rim. That thing deadened. The spin just died off it as it hit the back of the iron and fell straight down the cylinder for Anthony Lupanis, who has 10. General Williams has 10 as well to lead the way for Johnson County in this ball game. Nobody with more than 6 for Highland at this point, as Kevin Perry and Tavion Mason both have 6. Williams, far side block, spins around the defender, up with it, can't get it to go. Perry taps the rebound down, goes up strong himself, and he's fouled. Shot once more doesn't go, but Kevin Perry will get a pair of free throws. And Highland's starting to get to the line in this game, but they're going to have to take advantage of the free throws a little bit better for the Scotties right now. Only 5 of 11 from the charity stripe. Perry 1 of 3 himself. Kevin does have 6 points in the game. Also has grabbed 3 rebounds already. First free throw, actually it's just a 1-and-1, so non-shooting foul. No, they do, okay. They move. I was right the first time. It was a shooting foul, so 2 free throws guaranteed. The referee blew the whistle to tell everyone that. So first free throw missed. Perry at the line, free throw, tickles the twine there. Kevin makes 1 of 2 again that time around. Now 2 of 5 from the line for Kevin with 7 points to help lead the way, but the Scotties are down by 2, 28-26 with 3.5 minutes to play before halftime. Pick comes up to the top. Here's Williams off to the near side for Lupatis. Lupatis going to get the pick from McKinney now. Anthony up to the top of the key from the free throw line. Dumped back out. Here's a 3-ball on the way with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Off the heel of the rim. Skying for the rebound was Redparth. Haskins gets it on the outlet pass ahead. Ryan sets the offense now with Kevin Perry on the far side, near side block, excuse me. Lonzo Williams lost the handle, but it was knocked away. Stays with Highland. Haskins, Perry, Johnson, Redparth, and Williams on the floor. That's the 5 Scotties at the moment. In the home whites with the gold numerals and letters. Johnson at the top of the wheel. Redparth inside the paint. Spins, fires a jumper. Pure. Nothing but the bottom of the net that time by Holden Redparth. Little fadeaway jumper by Holden. Makes it a tie ball game. 28 apiece. Largest lead of the contest either way was 4 by Johnson County. Lupatis, open look 3. He's usually money there, but he misfired that time. Anthony Lupatis will make it more often than not when he has a opportunity for that number 3, 3-point buckets. Jump ball forced inside. Kevin Perry went up with it, but forced the jump ball, did Johnson County, and forced the turnover as it was a arrow in favor going the other way. .28 all, 2:17 left to play in the first half. Right now on top. Johnson County was trying to orchestrate that from the top of the wheel, but never got things rolling there. Well, inbound it from the near sideline. General Williams set to sling it in. He gets it into Anthony Lupatis. Lupatis already with double figures with 10. Also Williams with 10. He's got it in his hands now. Williams out for Lupatis. Lupatis deep three again, NBA range there that time, but he can't get it to go. And Lupatis not bashful from shooting all around the floor thus far in this game. Haskins attacks the rack. He draws the foul. Haskins did not get the bucket. He laid it up short. But Ryan Haskins will go to the free throw line, a place that he has not been very often this year. Ryan has shot a grand total of 6 free throws. He's made 5 of them, so he shoots 83.3% from the line. But again, he's only 5 of 6 from the free throw line this year. So only 6 opportunities from the charity stripe. Haskins calmly makes the first, gives Highland the lead in the process. 29-28 with 1:48 to go before intermission. Haskins' second free throw, massages the mesh once more. 2 for 2 from the line for Haskins. He has now got 5 points in the ball game and a 2-point Scotty lead, 30-28. Highland has not led for a while, but now take the lead here. Dump pass down low, stolen away. Johnson comes up with the loose ball steal. Johnson in transition, almost lost the handle himself. Dumps it into the near corner. Red bar step back 3 off the rim, and rebound tracked in by Wilson. Lupatis spot up 3 in transition. That lips off the rim. Good rebound that time down low by Olden Redparth. He went up for it and he just yanked it down. Haskins a little bit in a hurry. Gets it taken away, ripped away there. Extra bounce pass goes through the hands of McKinney. He tracks it down in the corner. Lupatis fires another 3 off the side of the backboard. Won't go. And right there in the right spot was Wilson. Lupatis again, not bashful when it comes to shooting. He's 4 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 6 from 3 for Lupatis. We go to the line for Marquand Wilson. Wilson at the line is 79% free throw shooter, however misses the first. 1:01 left to play in the first half. Highland remains in the lead by 2. Pending the free throw here. That lips out. Redparth grabs another rebound. Holden hands it off to Johnson. Joined by Williams, Haskins, and Perry on the floor for the Scotties. Left to right across your radio, down across the Scotty Sports Network screen. Here's Redparth, spot up 3. That one won't go either. 44 seconds to go in the first half. Johnson with a 3 can take the lead. 2 ties it. Highland will get the ball back, perhaps pinning an offensive rebound or such. Ball goes off the rim. It's on the floor, picked up by Johnson. They back it back out. Now they can play for the final shot of the game, perhaps, because the shot clock reads 23, and there's less than that underneath it. So no need for the shot clock. You can play for the final shot here if you're Johnson County. Down to 13 seconds to go in the first half. 30-28 lead, down to 8 seconds. Lupatis off the dribble to the free throw line. Now back out here to 3, throws it up, and it gets it to go. Matt Bolden gets the 3 and gives Johnson a 1-point lead at halftime. Bolden gets the 3 at nearly the buzzer, as it was just a second or so before it, and the 3 ball falls. The 6th of the first half from 3 allows Johnson to lead it at half over Highland, 31-30 in the Jayhawk Conference Showdown. Who will go to 2-0 in Jayhawk Conference play? Johnson County or Highland? We'll see as we head to the halftime show. We'll have the halftime statistics when we return from this 3-minute timeout here on 103.9 KNZA and the Scotty Sports Network.
Highland's new precision agriculture program was designed for the farmer or related farm worker of the future. The future arrives quickly. Today's agricultural work goes beyond the field and barn to the computer, the satellite, the drone, the research lab. Aligning all these aspects precisely for the individual, field, and crop is provided by Highland's Precision Ag program. Centered in Baileyville at the College Western Center, this program can provide you with experience in understanding and applying modern modern farming methods. Check it out.
Attention farmers, poor drainage got your yields down? Precision Grading Design can help. With more than 8 years experience, Precision Grading Design has the experience you are looking for in site development, terrace design for drainage solutions, and any civil grading project. They also do private surveying and mapping and cater all design projects to be built using the latest GPS construction equipment, ensuring quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Contact Rocky Runke at 785-444-3702 or visit precision-grading-design.com for more information on Precision Grading Design of Highland, Kansas.
Hi, this is Diamond Dan for Diamonds by Design Jewelry Stores. Diamonds by Design is a full-service jewelry store with a variety of fine jewelry to fit every budget. Come in and let Marcia and her staff help to make your special occasion even more special. Diamonds by Design, locally owned and operated for over 15 years, and we specialize in custom design jewelry with a full-time designer in-house and computer software that lets you build your very own custom design jewelry. Come see Diamonds by Design at 21st and Wanamaker in Topeka.
Is your future secure? The Bank of Highland is your community-minded bank that accepts the responsibility of helping neighbors and friends live easier through insecure financial times, providing loans for home, auto, and agriculture, as well as standard checking and savings accounts. You can depend on your friends at the Bank of Highland to help secure your financial future. The Bank of Highland, branch of Bendina State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, making life better right here at home.
Attention farmers, poor drainage got your yields down? Precision Grading Design can help. With more than 8 years experience, Precision Grading Design has the experience you are looking for in site development, terrace design for drainage solutions, and any civil grading project. They also do private surveying and mapping and cater all design projects to be built using the latest GPS construction equipment, ensuring quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Contact Rocky Runke at 785-444-3702 or visit precision-grading-design.com for more information on Precision Grading Design of Highland, Kansas.
If you have heard stories about college debt and what it is doing not only to the students who borrowed the money, but also to families who co-signed those loans, you may have concern about your own college future. Check out the difference it makes to attend Highland Community College before transferring to a four-year institution. Going to Highland will save you thousands of dollars in college expense. Literally, you'll be able to start your life after college without the burden of debt that is impacting so many families. Check it out at highlandcc.edu. Highland Community College. From here, you can see anywhere.
Kansaland Radio.
Welcome in here on the halftime show. Of course, a 31-30 lead for the visiting Johnson County Community College as Johnson County gets a 3-point bucket right before halftime to take the 1-point lead here at intermission. Thanks for tuning in on 103.9 KNZA today, and of course on line 2, always on the Scotty Sports Network for you for the action. We'll have most of the conference games, be able to take most of the trips on the road, but there'll be a few maybe that I won't be able to make, but we'll have coverage of all of the action as well throughout the course of the rest of the basketball season. And baseball and softball on the horizon too, shortly to come in that ball games for those that come up early February. If you want to find out more about the Highland baseball and softball teams, check it out on ScottyAthletics.com. Here at intermission, right now 31-30, Johnson County leading Highland at this point. Scotty's looking for win number 17 on the season, looking to go 2-0 in Jayhawk Conference play. Highland shooting 45.5% from the floor, 10 of 22, 2 of 9 from 3, and 8 of 15 from the free throw line in the ball game. While Johnson is 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 6 of 15 from 3. That's a big thing there that has led Johnson to their 1-point lead, and 11 of 25 from the floor so far for Johnson as well overall. Rebounds are even at 15 apiece in this ball game. Turnovers about even as well. Johnson's turned it over 8 times, and turnovers for Highland 6 times in the ball game. Scotty's have 4 assists on 10 made field goals and 4 steals in the affair as well. For Johnson County, they have a pair of double-digit scores, 10 points apiece for Anthony Lupatis and General Williams with 10, 3 points for Matt Bolde, also 6 for Xavier Womack, and 2 for Marquand Wilson. in the game for Johnson here at halftime. You look at Highland's individual scoring, nobody in double figures, but 7 points by Kevin Perry leads the way. He also has 3 rebounds. 6 points by Tavion Mason. Also 5 points by Ryan Haskins. 4 by Alonzo Williams. 1 point for Jalen Rutherford. And 3 points for James Caldwell here at intermission. Not one glaring thing over the other that has been in favor of one or the other teams. As I mentioned, a lot of statistical categories basically about even, but Highland has left some points at the free throw line, only 8 of 15 there, and the 6 of 15 from 3 has helped Johnson ultimately own a 1-point lead as they hit a 3 right before the halftime came upon us. 31-30 it is. Johnson County Community College leading Highland in this showdown of Jayhawk Conference, battling for an undefeated record in conference play still, as it is 2-0. Both these teams trying to improve to in Jayhawk Conference matchups action. They both won, of course, their Jayhawk Conference showdown in the action on Wednesday when conference play opened up. Well, looking to continue their winning ways here today are each of these two teams. And right now, Johnson County leads Highland by 1 at halftime, 31-30. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll look towards the second half, maybe look back at the women's game as well. Of course, thanks for watching and listening on the Scotty Sports Network, and thanks for tuning in on MSCSports.net and 103.9 KNZA.
Highland Community College surprises a lot of people. Generally thought as one of the smallest, Highland is actually in the middle of the 19 Kansas community colleges in enrollment. Its Highland campus has a real college feel with housing, athletics, student organizations, theater, concerts, art shows, an operating farm, and distinctive academic programs in its regional centers that cover the college's 9-county service area in northeast Kansas. Viticulture, enology, precision agriculture, diesel, construction technology, early childhood. Check it out, Highland Community College, online at highlandcc.edu.
Attention farmers, poor drainage got your yields down? Precision Grading Design can help. With more than 8 years experience, Precision Grading Design has the experience you are looking for in site development, terrace design for drainage solutions, and any civil grading project. They also do private surveying and mapping and cater all design projects to be built using the latest GPS construction equipment, ensuring quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Contact Rocky Runke at 785-444-3702 or visit precision-grading-design.com for more information on Precision Grading Design of Highland, Kansas.
Hi, this is Diamond Dan for Diamonds by Design Jewelry Stores. Diamonds by Design is a full-service jewelry store with a variety of fine jewelry to fit every budget. Come in and let Marcia and her staff help to make your special occasion even more special. Diamonds by Design, locally owned and operated for over 15 years, and we specialize in custom design jewelry with a full-time designer in-house and computer software that lets you build your very own custom design jewelry. Come see Diamonds by Design at 21st and Wanamaker in Topeka.
Is your future secure? The Bank of Highland is your community-minded bank that accepts the responsibility of helping neighbors and friends live easier through insecure financial times, providing loans for home, auto, and agriculture, as well as standard checking and savings accounts. You can depend on your friends at the Bank of Highland to help secure your financial future. The Bank of Highland, branch of Bendina State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, making life better right here at home.
Highland's new Precision Agriculture program was designed for the farmer or related farm worker of the future. The future arrives quickly. Today's agricultural work goes beyond the field and barn to the computer, the satellite, the drone, the research lab. Aligning all these aspects precisely for the individual, field, and crop is provided by Highland's Precision Ag program. Centered in Baileyville at the College Western Center, this program can provide you with experience in understanding and applying modern farming methods. Check it out.
Attention farmers, poor drainage got your yields down? Precision Grading Design can help. With more than 8 years experience, Precision Grading Design has the experience you are looking for in site development, terrace design for drainage solutions, and any civil grading project. They also do private surveying and mapping and cater all design projects to be built using the latest GPS construction equipment, ensuring quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Contact Rocky Runke at 785-444-3702 or visit precision-grading-design.com for more information on Precision Grading Design of Highland, Kansas.
103.9 FM, KNZA.
Welcome back here at halftime. Of course, right now, Highland men trail at home at Ben Allen Fieldhouse on 103.9 KNZA and MSCSports.net, streaming worldwide. Of course, also on the internet worldwide. You can watch all of the Highland Community College sports on the Scotty Sports Network. 31-30, the halftime score. Johnson County on top by 1. Mike Smith alongside with you here, the voice of Highland Community College, as we give you the second half on the horizon. In about 4 minutes or so, we'll be into the second half of play between these two teams. You look at the first half, almost a stalemate in a lot of different capacities, but I mentioned the free throws that Highland left a few of those up for grabs for themselves. They're 8 of 15 from the charity stripe in the ball game so far, and Johnson County has made 6 threes, kind of helping them out, including a three-point bucket that gave them the lead here at halftime. So we'll see how things unfold here today, but we'll see if it's a Scotty sweep. The women, of course, were victorious earlier today in their opportunities, winning 108-65. The women won over Johnson County, snapping a 7-game losing streak, scoring over 100 points for the 14th time this year, and they scored the most points they've ever scored against Johnson County in school history. Also, Nicole Himalio with a new career high 25 points in the ball game. Mariani de Carvalho with 25 and 11 in the game, added 5 steals, and Bree Tidwell with 12 points and 6 steals in the ball game. 44 points off 30 turnovers as well. A big portion of why Highland Community College women's team got a victory here today at home to improve to 22-0 and extend their longest winning streak in school history in the process. Of course, they were able to get that W and continue to win here today. Will the Highland men match them and get a victory of their own? That is the question. We will have to figure out and see who can put things together and come away victorious here today in the men's contest. We'll take another timeout. When we come back from this minute-and-a-half timeout, we will be ready for the second half here on 103.9 KNZA and the Scotty Sports Network.
Highland Community College surprises a lot of people. Generally thought as one of the smallest, Highland is actually in the middle of the 19 Kansas community colleges in enrollment. Its Highland campus has a real college feel with housing, athletics, student organizations, theater, concerts, art shows, an operating farm, and distinctive academic programs in its regional centers that cover the college's 9-county service area in northeast Kansas. Viticulture, enology, precision agriculture, diesel, construction technology, early childhood. Check it out, Highland Community College, online at highlandcc.edu.
Attention farmers, poor drainage got your yields down? Precision Grading Design can help. With more than 8 years experience, Precision Grading Design has the experience you are looking for in site development, terrace design for drainage solutions, and any civil grading project. They also do private surveying and mapping and cater all design projects to be built using the latest GPS construction equipment, ensuring quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Contact Rocky Runke at 785-444-3702 or visit precision-grading-design.com for more information on Precision Grading Design of Highland, Kansas.
The Bendina State Bank welcomes you to come in and see for yourself the commitment that each and every one of the staff represents. They offer many services, including standard checking and savings accounts, plus loans for agriculture, home, and auto. Stop in today and utilize the many services they offer. The Bendina State Bank, making life better right here at home. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
KNZA.
Ready to roll into the second half of action. Well, Highland looking to get a W, but, well, they didn't expect it to be easy, that's for sure, and that's one thing that it hasn't been so far in this ballgame. Easy for either team at this juncture. Right now, Highland trailing by 1. They'll start off with a possession going right to left across your radio dial and across the screen on the Scotty Sports Network. Alonzo Williams, Holden Redparth, Kevin Perry, Tavion Mason, and Ryan Haskins start off the second half. That's your original starting five of the game for Highland. In the home whites, the gold numerals and letters outlined in the navy and gold trim as well on the jerseys here today too. Haskins gets the inbound, gives it off to Mason. Mason up to the top of the wheel, working against a man-to-man defense. It looked like a zone for a moment, but it's man-to-man by Johnson. Here's Williams rolling to the basket, and that one falls off the back of the arm, won't go down. Berlin Roberson ahead for General Williams. Williams fires a three, and Haskins tracks it in off the missed three by Williams. Williams and Lupatis both had 10 points at halftime, so the only guys in double figures either way. Perry on the right side wing, feeds the far side post. Williams around the defender, goes up with it, goes into the body, gets the bucket to go. Alonzo Williams makes it a 32-31 Highland lead as they take first blood in the second half, getting the first initial points here in the second half of the action. Berlin Roberson fires a three. Wow, with a hand in his face, he knocks it down straight down the pipe as Roberson rainbowed that one up. A high arc three that went straight down the pipe. 34-32 with 18:40 to play here in the second half. Holden Redparth puts his head down, barrels his way to the rim, and knocks it off the backboard and in. And the lead is now 0 because it's tied for 34-34 with 18:25 to go. Joining Roberson is Lupatis as well as Wilson. Runner no good there that time. Womack also on the floor with Williams. So back to your original starting five for Johnson to start off the second half too, as the Scotties turn it over on an errant pass that goes sailing into the bench. Head coach Jerry Cole upset with the casual pass that leads to the turnover. 34 all, 18 minutes to go, a little over 18. Lupatis and Johnson County left to right across your screen, across the radio dial. Around the horn they work it with Williams, being guarded by Redparth. Try to feed the post. Lupatis going to spot up, fire the jumper. Silky smooth by Lupatis. Wasn't bad defense by Haskins. I mean, he was right there, but Lupatis just a pretty darn good shooter. Gives the lead back to Johnson, 36-34 with 17:40 left to play here in the second half. Mason, Redparth, corner three, yeah, banged it in. Holden Redparth, it's the three. Redparth ranking 15th in the country in three-point buckets. Turnover by Johnson with a traveling violation. Redparth on the year has now made, with that last three-point bucket, 61 trifectas on the year, shooting over 40% from three-point range. Haskins, full head of steam to the basket, up and in. Ryan Haskins rolls to the rim and lays it up and makes it a three-point Scotty lead, 39-36. And, well, Johnson wants a timeout. Nearly 3 minutes gone by in the second half. Highland owns the lead right now, 39-36 in this ball game. 39-36 lead with 7:13 left to play here in the first half. And Highland in the driver's seat up by 3. 17-13 left on the clock. Scotty's looking to take a victory and go to 2-0 in Jayhawk Conference play and improve to 17-5 on the season. (39-36) with 7:13 to play here in the matchup. Highland on top in this showdown. Johnson County out of the timeout, trying to set up offense. Find something to roll here for themselves here in the half-court set, left to right across your radio dial. Highland's outscored Johnson 9-5 here in the quarter so far. Roberson off to Williams. Williams takes an extra step, traveling violation. Another turnover on Johnson. That's double-digit turnovers now for them with 10 and 2 in the second half. 16:45 to go. Both teams shooting over 44%. Highland shooting over 50% from the floor. Holden Redparth misfires on the up and under move, but Kevin Perry with the putback. And Perry's got 9 points in the ball game now with the deuce going his way. Nice job by Kevin Perry. Now he joins Holden Redparth, who has 9 of his own. 41-36. This is the largest Scotty lead. Williams out to Lapatis on the left side wing, being guarded by Haskins. Haskins, good staying with Lapatis. Here's a three from the near side, short. Rebound grabbed by Mason. Mason now going to push the issue, push the envelope ahead to Redparth. Redparth stutters, gives it off to Perry down low. It ends up in Williams' hands. Alonzo throws up the shot. Kevin Perry with a rebound, out for a Mason three. It's short off the rim, and rebound tracked into the hands of Xavier Womack. 15:50 to go here in the game, and a 41-36 lead for Highland, up by 5. Williams at the free throw line, throws it down low to a cutting. Nice job by Wilson, who cut to the basket. Cutting Wilson lays it in for 2. And also cuts the lead to 3. 15:22 left to play here in the game. Alonzo Williams through 2 defenders, muscles it up and in, and Alonzo Williams with the bucket. 15:13 now on the clock here, and we quickly get it back to the Cavaliers side. Lapatis wants to look at another bucket. He's got 12 points. Scored only 2 points, though, in this second half right now. Lapatis, little shimmy shake, gets himself free, throws up an 8-foot jumper, and he's fouled. Lapatis hit the deck after the bucket attempt. And the foul goes on. Tavion Mason is 3rd. First foul of the second half, either way. And we go under 15 to play here in the second half of action. Lapatis at the line. Flicks the wrist, free throws good. Anthony Lapatis, 87% free throw shooter, 19.6 points per game, nearly 5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 2 steals per game. He's a pretty good stat sheet filler. 43-40. This one has the feelings of going down to the wire for sure between the two teams. Haskins, bounce pass to Johnson, who's joined by Williams, who's at the elbow on the far side. Williams goes through the defenders again, but blocked that time by Womack. Womack was able to just kind of engulf the shot by one hand. 43-40 with 14:30 left to play in the ball game. Lapatis, cross-court pass, finds a 3. That won't go, but a foul. And 3 free throws are coming here. Holden Redparth, I believe, might be the whistle party for this. Holden Redparth picks up his 2nd personal foul. We go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. Johnson to the line to shoot these 3 free throws with Balde. Matt Balde knocks down the first. He averages 7 points per game and is an 87% free throw shooter. They have 4 guys that shoot over 80% from the line on the team. Balde knocks down the second as well. And you throw in 3 more that average over 70% from the line. And I mentioned already that Johnson County is the 2nd best free throw shooting team percentage-wise in the country in NJCAA Division II at 77% entering today. Made all 3. That means we're tied 43 all with 14:24 to go. Haskins up the top of the wheel for Johnson on the right side wing. Back to Haskins at the top of the key. Now Williams back to Haskins quickly. Ryan fires a 3 ball. It's too strong off the rim. Rebound tapped around. Hot potato down low. It's picked up by Williams. Williams goes up with it. Misfires as well. Again, like a hot rock. The rebound just tossed around. It's still up for grabs and it makes its way out of bounds. All that scrum leading to the out-of-bounds situation for Highland, and head coach Jerry Cole yelling the word finish at his team. DJ Dokes enters for Highland. Takes Alonzo Williams' spot. They're going to do a little janitorial work here with the towel down inside the paint. Wipe up some sweat. 43 all with just over 14 minutes to go. here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse on the campus of Highland Community College. Thanks for tuning in on 103.9 KNZA and MSCSports.net for the action. Of course, also streaming worldwide as usual on the Scotty Sports Network. Redpath at the top of the wheel. Haskins wants a three, but he won't pull the trigger. Brings it back out, and out of Redpath. Here's Haskins firing up a three ball. Oh, that lips out. Rebound tracked in there in the hands that time of McKinney. McKinney gives it off to Lapatis, who comes across the timeline and across the Scotty logo. 13:35 left to play. We're knotted at 43 apiece. Lapatis in the hip pocket there now of Balde. Now gives it off to Williams. Williams will back it back out. Williams at the top of the wheel, off to the corner. Back to Williams. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 6 seconds. Williams lost the handle, and it's on the ground. Pickpocketed there. Johnson comes up with it, gives it off to Redpath. Holden will have to hit the brakes and pull it back out. Johnson setting it up. Haskins wants maybe a three. No, he's going to go along, drive in lane, give it off to Perry, but it's intercepted. Stolen away by Johnson County. Scotties have 8 turnovers in this ball game to the 11 of Johnson County. Highland's been pretty good at not turning the ball over. Only averaged just a little over 12 per contest throughout the course of the year. 3-ball no good by the Cavaliers. Ripped down on the board by Redpath, who hands it off to Johnson. Johnson comes across now to Redpath. Steps into the shot from the elbow and knocked it down. Holden Redpath knocks down another jumper. Redpath's got range. Can shoot the three, can shoot the mid-range jumpers. Obviously can take it to the basket as well. Bounce pass that time and leads to a foul. Off the cut that time by Balde. He threw that to his teammate on the far side block, but it led to a foul. Ooh, Holden Redpath picks up his 3rd personal foul. Jalen Rutherford, James Caldwell, and Dylan Owen will enter the game for Highland. Pulling the trigger on the inbound is General Williams. Williams surveys the floor, slings it in, finds Lupatis, left side wing three. That goes too long off the far side of the rim and works its way out of bounds. Jalen Rutherford in pursuit, as was Mele McKinney. Oh, McKinney's called for a foul. So McKinney picks up the personal foul, which is his 4th, mind you. Only the first team foul, however, on Johnson in the second half. Owen off the bounce pass from Johnson. Back to Johnson now. Jarvis up to the top of the wheel. Lobs it down low for Dokes. Stolen away in transition. They're going to try to push the issue. Take it all the way to the rim. Throws up the circus shot. And they may not give him the shot here. Matt Balde tried to hoist that up. His foul's going to go on Jalen Rutherford. They do give the act of shooting, so to the line we go. For Matt Balde, an Olathe, Kansas native. He makes the first free throw. Johnson County, Berlin Roberson coming in, and also Xavier Womack back in for the Cavaliers. 45-44. 12:03 left to play in the ball game. And free throws up and in. 45 all now after both charity stripe tries were converted upon. Under 12 to play in the ball game. Still a lot of time left to go before we decide who's going to be the winner of today's showdown. Dokes sees it lip out of the rim from the free throw line. He hoisted that shot. And Johnson County makes sure it's one and done in that situation. Lupatis off on the left side wing. Bounce pass to the block. Spin down low. Good play by Caldwell. Kind of swat that away. Not really a clean block, but he got a piece of it. Owen back out now to Caldwell. James going to go all the way to the basket, but a charge. Caldwell picks up the offensive foul. 45 all. Both teams not exactly in a bit of a groove at the moment. Highland had pushed out to a lead of as high as 5. But right now, the lead is none for either team. It's 45 all. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. 11:22 to go here in the game here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse. And we're knotted at 45 all between Highland and Johnson County. We're back on 103.9 KNZA and the Scotty Sports Network in 30 seconds.
Highland's new precision agriculture program was designed for the farmer or related farm worker of the future. The future arrives quickly. Today's agricultural work goes beyond the field and barn to the computer, the satellite, the drone, the research lab. Aligning all these aspects precisely for the individual, field, and crop is provided by Highland's Precision Ag program. Centered in Baileyville at the College Western Center, this program can provide you with experience in understanding and applying modern farming methods. Check it out.
Kansaland Radio.
45 all with 11:22 to go in the ball game. Highland had got out to a 5-point lead in this contest in the second half, but right now, well, we're all tied up. Largest lead for Johnson County was 4 at 23-19 in the first half. Multiple ties in this contest. Quick whistle for a moment. Slight adjustment to the jersey for Dylan Owen, I think, was the slowness of why we got right back to the action, not as fast as we thought we would. Up to the top of the wheel, into the hands of Womack, off to Roberson. Roberson trying to go down inside the paint, instead finds Lupatis, now to the near side for Balday. Balday gonna take it to the free throw line, dumped it out, 4 seconds on the shot clock, spot up jumper that just grazes the rim. I mean, just a sliver of a scrape on the iron there. Owen feeds the post, Caldwell on the little give and go. Owen though gets into no man's land to double team and throws it away. Off and running to the basket, buckets up and in on the blocking foul on Dokes, and the bucket will go, and a free throw coming as well. DJ Dokes called for the personal foul. Scotty's going to send Ryan Askins back in. Matt Balday to the free throw line for a and one opportunity. 47-45, Johnson County on top by 2. Flick of the wrist, free throw's good, straight down the pipe. The lead's at 3 now for the Cavaliers with 10:45 to go in the ball game. Dokes, Johnson, Haskins, Rutherford, and Caldwell on the floor for the Scotties in their home whites. Around the world it goes to Johnson on the right side wing. Rutherford gets the pick from Caldwell. Rutherford at the free throw line, backs it back out. Dokes fires a 3 that goes off the rim. Caldwell with a tip back, it's good. Caldwell tips that back in after the missed 3 from DJ Dokes. So James Caldwell with the tip, and he's now got 5 points. Holden Redparth leads the Scotties with 11. 6 boards to go along with that. Kevin Perry with 9 points and 6 rebounds. 3 ball by Lupatis, misfires. Rebound picked up that time by Womack. He's going to fire a shot off the back of the rim and off the backboard as well. Scotty's corral the rebound that time around. All the way to the basket. Ryan Haskins flies to the rim and gets the layup. Johnson County trying to have a quick answer, and they do. And they quickly throw that back up. Matt Balday gets that bucket to go. Over on the far sideline, Dylan Owen, a little ginger over there. I'm not sure what happened to him. We'll try to get an update if we can on that. Johnson off the drive, spot up jumper, rolls off the rim. Won't go. Dylan Owen trying to work maybe a cramp out or something over on the bike. 50-49, Johnson County on top by 1. Near 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Lupatis up to the top for Wilson. Around the world, now it's in the hands of Balday. Back out now for Roberson. Dead on 3 from the top of the key. He knew he missed it. He went right after the rebound, got it back, and the putback is good. Well, if you know that there's going to be a miss, usually the one that shoots it knows that you're off, and Roberson knew automatically that he missed that 3, crashed the glass, and because of his effort, got an offensive rebound and a putback, and extends his team's lead to a 52-49 with 8:45 to go. Rutherford fouled on his pursuit to the rim. And Jalen will go to the charity stripe for a pair. Rutherford, 68% free throw shooter, will get 2 free throws after the media timeout. 8:42 to go in the ball game, and it is a Johnson County lead, 52-49. Thanks for tuning in on the Scotty Sports Network today and 103.9 KNZA.
Attention farmers, poor drainage got your yields down? Precision Grading Design can help. With more than 8 years experience, Precision Grading Design has the experience you are looking for in site development, terrace design for drainage solutions, and any civil grading project. They also do private surveying and mapping and cater all design projects to be built using the latest GPS construction equipment, ensuring quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Contact Rocky Runke at 785-444-3702 or visit precision-grading-design.com for more information on Precision Grading Design of Highland, Kansas.
Hi, this is Diamond Dan for Diamonds by Design Jewelry Stores. Diamonds by Design is a full-service jewelry store with a variety of fine jewelry to fit every budget. Come in and let Marcia and her staff help to make your special occasion even more special. Diamonds by Design, locally owned and operated for over 15 years, and we specialize in custom design jewelry with a full-time designer in-house and computer software that lets you build your very own custom design jewelry. Come see Diamonds by Design at 21st and Wanamaker in Topeka. 103.9 FM, KNZA.
Back on the campus of Highland Community College here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse today. Jayhawk Conference doubleheader. Highland Community College hosting Johnson County. Jalen Rutherford at the line, makes the first free throw. Rutherford, just a couple of points today, both from the charity stripe. Jalen has struggled as of late to find consistency on the offensive end. That lips out. Rebound picked up by Dokes. DJ's fouled on his putback try. Good hustle play there, time by DJ, though. The Tumble, Texas native. Dokes going to the line where he shoots 70%. DJ looking for his first points of the ball game. Two free throws on the way for Dokes. Highland just 9 of 17, however, from the charity stripe in the ball game. Flick of the wrist, free throw, tickles the twine. Dokes makes the first. DJ makes it 10 of 18 from the charity stripe for the Scotties thus far today. Second free throw rattles off the rim and won't go down. By the way, I figured out what happened to Dylan Owen, by the way, I'm pretty sure. I think he took one to the nether region and trying to walk that off. 52-51. Right now, that's deflected, and the referee winces along the baseline, thinking that the ball was coming right at his head. It was about a foot away from him. 52-51. Johnson on top by 1 with 8:20 to go. Lupatis, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Roberson fires a deep three that just grazes the rim. Rebound tracked in by Womack, though, and he throws up a hook shot that's good. Lead back to 3, 54-51 with just over 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Don't forget, we'll have post-game on the Scotty Sports Network after the action. We'll wrap up all the stats on the radio dial, and then we'll have post-game on the Scotty Sports Network. You can find post-game for the women and the men links on the schedule pages for the respective teams on ScottyAthletics.com, or if you're on YouTube, just see the Scotty Sports Network. You can subscribe to us and be updated on all the latest action, all latest Scotty Sports Talks, episodes, and more. Bucket's good there that time. Xavier Womack with the deuce, and he got fouled. Here comes Kevin Perry, Alonzo Williams, and Holden Redparth coming in for Highland. 7:37 left to play in the ball game. By the way, that foul on James Caldwell, his 4th. Also the 7th team foul, so on Highland. We're in the bonus the rest of the way for the Cavaliers. It was a 1-on-1 there and misfire, or the and-one opportunity, excuse me, there for Womack, and he misfired on the free throw. 5-point lead for Johnson. Haskins gets around the defender. Redparth gets his defender in the air, and he falls on top of him. Womack will be called for a foul. So largest lead has been 5 either way. Both teams have owned a 5-point lead, and right now it's a 5-point margin in favor of Johnson County on the road here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse. Haskins set to inbound this. Ryan will do so just around the scorer's table. Give it off to Mason with 18 seconds on the shot clock to work with. Mason being guarded by Roberson. Tavion spins up to the free throw line. Bounce pass for Williams. Shovel pass back out to Haskins. Haskins finds Williams in the corner. Now Mason, open 3 with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Misses the 3. Perry tried to get the rebound, but if you probably would have pursued that a little bit more, may have been called for an over the back. So he kind of pulled back on his try to corral the rebound. Under 7 to play and a 5-point lead. Lupatis thought about a 3. He goes inside of the free throw line. Now hand that off to Wilson. Back to Lupatis on the left side wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lupatis gets the pick. Anthony over to Roberson. Roberson with 5 seconds on the shot clock. 4 seconds. Roberson scoop pass down low. The bucket is good. Xavier Womack with the deuce. And right now, Johnson County is finding ways to get buckets and doing so at the end of the shot clock a couple different times as well. They're able to get through the defense of Highland. Haskins feeds the post to Perry. Perry, one dribble, steadies, fires the shot. Rebound tapped out. Lupatis tracks it in after the miss by Perry. Lupatis' pass ahead. Now back out. Lupatis on the right side wing and resets the offense. Sets it up in the half-court set. Left to right across your radar dial. A little give and go on the pick and roll. Bucket is in once more. And Highland needs a timeout. There's a timeout on the floor. Scotty's trailing by their largest deficit on the action here this afternoon on this Saturday. 60-51, 6:01 left to play here in the game. And we're back in 30 seconds on the Scotty Sports Network and 103.9 KNZA.
The Bendina State Bank welcomes you to come in and see for yourself the commitment that each and every one of the staff represents. They offer many services, including standard checking and savings accounts, plus loans for agriculture, home, and auto. Stop in today and utilize the many services they offer. The Bendina State Bank, making life better right here at home. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
103.9 FM, KNZA.
60-51. This is the largest lead of the game for either teams. Johnson County on top by 9 over Highland Community College here on 103.9 KNZA and MSCSports.net and the Scotty Sports Network. Alonzo Williams, Tavion Mason, Ryan Haskins, Kevin Perry, and Holden Redparth on the floor for Highland right now, down by 9, 3-possession contest. Haskins on the near side to Mason, up at the top of the key. Highland's only turned the ball over 10 times, but that's turned into 15 points for Johnson County. Redparth gets it deflected out of bounds. Highland is winning the rebounding margin, but only by 2. Both teams shooting about near percentages the same. 21-46 from the floor for Johnson County. 19-45 for Highland. There's a 3-ball on the way. Holden Redparth gets knocked to the ground. And Matt Balday will be called for a foul while Holden was shooting 3. So Balday's 5th personal foul as well. Redparth to the line to shoot 3. Holden has yet to shoot free throws today, but he's a 90.5% free throw shooter on the season. As soon as I say that, he misfires on the first. He hadn't missed many free throws. Prior to that one, he had only missed 11 of the 116 he had attempted. Second free throw is good as Holden Redparth makes that charity stripe try. Yeah, he had the 5th most made free throws, did Holden Redparth this year in the NJCAA Division II. He makes 2 of 3, so 5th most in the country, and he was 6th in the country in free throw percentage individually in the D2 rankings of junior college. 7-point ball game with 2 of the 3 free throws. 5:20 left to go in the game. Roberson on the near side here goes around Haskins to the basket. The teardrop shot no good. Holden Redparth with a rebound. Holden lost the handle as he comes across half court, but regathers. Now steps into another 3. Almost drew another foul, but he misses a 3. Kevin Perry with the rebound. Putback won't go either. Man, Perry had an opportunity at the basket, just couldn't finish it off there at that situation. 7-point ball game, 60-53 with under 5 to play here into the second half. Lupatis comes off the pick, and there's a foul on the screen. Matt Balday picks up the foul. It's only his third. I thought he picked up his fifth a moment ago, but that must have been on somebody else. 7-point lead for Johnson right now. Thread the needle pass. Williams down low. Muscles a shot up, but it's short off the rim. Coach Cole wanted a foul in that situation, too. And then Highland turns it over as well. Their last to touch it as it made its way out of bounds. Getting to crunch time. 4.5 minutes to go. Johnson's up by 7. Roberson strolls across midcourt. Off to the near side for Balday. Now into the hands of Womack. Womack out back to Roberson again. Lupatis on the floor and Wilson as well as the 5 Cavaliers. Here left to right across Joel Radio down across the screen too. Womack with a strong second half. They call a charge going the other way. Womack picks up the charge. Womack's got a double-double over there for Johnson County. 12 points and 10 rebounds. 14 points for Anthony Lupatis, 13 for Matt Balday, and 10 for General Williams. Only one guy in double figures for Highland, Holden Redparth with 13. He has 7 rebounds. Ryan Haskins and Kevin Perry each with 9 points, and Alonzo Williams with 8. Redparth, open 3, deep one at that. It pops loose to the rim. Williams grabs the rebound, spins, fires the shot. Yeah! He gets it to go. Alonzo Williams muscles his way to the rim and the bucket. And an old-fashioned 3-point play. Alonzo now has double digits here in the ball game with 10. Can make it 11 with the free throw. Just 12 of 22 from the line is Highland so far today. But he makes that one, does Williams, from the charity stripe. And the lead is at 4. 3:55 left to play and 60-56 lead. Johnson leads it here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse over Highland. Back in 30 seconds on the Scotty Sports Network and 103.9 KNZA.
Attention farmers, poor drainage got your yields down? Precision Grading Design can help. With more than 8 years experience, Precision Grading Design has the experience you are looking for in site development, terrace design for drainage solutions, and any civil grading project. They also do private surveying and mapping and cater all design projects to be built using the latest GPS construction equipment, ensuring quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Contact Rocky Runke at 785-444-3702 or visit precision-grading-design.com for more information on Precision Grading Design of Highland, Kansas.
103.9 FM, KNZA.
Nip-tuck ball game here. No one's led by double figures. The largest lead has been 9 by Johnson just a little while ago, but that is whittled down to 4. Roberson for 3. Wow. Deep 3 as he holds up the 3 fingers for the trifecta, and that pushes the lead out to 63-56. It was just a 4-point lead a moment ago, but now back to 7-point margin. And a traveling violation by Tavion Mason as he tried to go to the baseline. 3:24 to go here in the game, 63-56. Highland trailing by 7 to Johnson County at Ben Allen Fieldhouse today. 63-56 ball game. Haskins challenging Roberson. Roberson frees himself for an 18-foot jumper, and he knocks that down too. Roberson freed himself with the bucket and an open look 18-footer. The lead's back to 9 after 5 points by Berlin Roberson. Off and running to the basket. Mason stripped. There's a blocking foul. So the blocking foul coming the way, leading to a pair of free throws because Tavion Mason will go to the line, has 9 team fouls upon the action for Johnson County. So So 9 team fouls on Johnson County, leading to a 1-and-1 here still, but ultimately going to lead to an opportunity for Tavion Mason at the charity stripe. We'll see if Highland can convert these. They need to make these free throws. They've struggled from the line here in this ball game. Haven't been ideal there. 56.5% compared to they shoot 73 on the season. Just 13 of 23, however, on the day. Highland is from the free throw line. They're also only 3 of 17 from three-point range when they were shot over 50%. They shot 57% from 3 against Labette. They knocked down like 12 threes in the game. That helped them to the 4-point lead in that ball game on the road back on Wednesday. $56 for Highland on the board. 65 on the board right now for Johnson. Tavion Mason trying to close the lead. 2:54 left to go in the ball game. And right now, Tavion Mason, a 62% free throw shooter, is at the free throw line shooting this up. He makes the first. So Mason with the first free throw. Gets that to go. Bucket's good as well from the charity stripe. Makes both of them. Does Mason. Ultra needed free throws there by Highland to close to within 7. Mason being challenged by Roberson. Roberson with some good nifty moves, and then a foul with 2:41 to go. And we're in the bonus on Johnson's way as well. And Johnson, we'll see what comes out of this 1-and-1 try for themselves. At the line, free throw in. Matt Balday knocking down the charity stripe try. He's able to convert upon the free throw, give himself another one. This one lips off. Alonzo Williams snares the rebound, hands it off to Mason. Mason across the timeline for Haskins. Haskins on the right side of the wheel, back to Haskins. He feeds the far side baseline. Perry's a little short on his shot. Rebound tracked in by Womack. Off to Lapota's hands. Anthony Lapotas pulling it back with 2:19 to go. And a 66-58 lead right now for Johnson County. Womack to the basket. He's blocked from behind. Perry with the denial. And then Lapotas, though, almost steals it away. And Anthony Lapotas takes a seat inside the stands. Good hustle by him. Give him credit for that. Highland keeps it. Williams will pull the trigger to inbound. Lonzo gets it into Mason. Mason sets the offense in motion with now just 2 minutes to go. Highland needs a bucket right now, down 66-58. Redparth now to Perry, back out for Haskins. Haskins for 3. It's in! It goes off the front of the rim, hits the backboard and falls down. And the lead's down to 5. What a generous bounce for the 3 ball there that time. Kevin Perry found Ryan Haskins, and the 3 ball bounces in. That time for Highland. Only the 4th 3 of the game for the Scotties. But they get one to roll, and they needed that ever so crucial. Minute 46 to go, and it's a 5-point game, 66-61. Highland down by 5. They need a lockdown defensive stance. Of course, you don't need to foul quite yet. A minute 46 to go. And it's a two-possession ball game. You just play good defense, force a one and done, or get a turnover, and that would be a huge thing for Highland right now here. Scotties have forced 11 turnovers from the Cavaliers. Highland has 11 turnovers of their own in the ball game. Highland shooting 40.4% from the floor. Johnson shooting 46% from the floor. So we'll see how this outcome will play itself out. Scotty's lowest point total is 63 this year. They're at 61 right now. But trail by 5, 66-61 with 1:46 to go. Lupatis gets the inbound. Anthony Lupatis ahead for Matt Bolday. Now they throw it ahead. It's stolen away. Redpart spots up for a three. Oh, it's out. The three won't go. Trying to rip the rebound down. They're going to call a foul. Ryan Haskins pleading with it for a jump ball. Holden Redpart had gotten that steal, fired a three, and that would have been huge if you make it, but he did not get it. And Ryan Haskins wanted to try to get the jump ball of the call, but he didn't get that, and they got a foul against Highland's Alonzo Williams. And we go to the line to shoot. Still a 1-and-1 on the 9th team foul. Johnson County is 12 of 17 from the free throw line here today. They shoot 77% on the season from the line. Matt Balday goes to the line, knocks it in. Still a 2-possession game, 6-point affair, 67-61 with 1:35 to go. Balday, though, however, with this free throw can make it a 3-possession contest. And that free throw tickles the twine as well. 7-point game, 68-61 with 1:30 to go. Mason across half court. Mason goes up, now he goes all the way to the rim, goes up, tried to go up and under, laid it up to Kevin Perry, and Perry was right there in the right spot from Mason to find him. They get the bucket, and then Mason steals it away. Mason called for a travel down low. He never had possession. Wow. Head coach Jerry Cole is livid, as is the Highland faithful as well. Mason never had full control of the ball down low. I don't know how you can call a traveling violation on that in that situation. But Highland brings full court pressure defense and a quick foul before the ball comes in with 1:19 to go. Coach Jerry Cole still very animated about the call. That was the traveling violation after the Mason steal. 68-63. We go to the line to shoot 2 now. Anthony Lupatis will go to the line for 2 guaranteed free throws. Lupatis to the charity stripe. He's 2 for 2 from the line today. He makes it 3 for 3. Puts the lead at 6. Mason pleading with one of the referees as well about that traveling call. Second free throw by Lupatis is good. 1:19 to go. Leads at 7. 70-63. Mason in the half-court set. Spots up for 3. Yes! Mason from downtown knocks down the 3. He hit it. And it's 70-66. 4-point ball game with 1:10 to go. Coach Cole's still heated about that traveling call right now, but he's focused upon the task at hand with his team right there. Big 3 by Mason makes it a 4-point game. No need to foul quite yet either, as the Scotties trying to get right back in this game. They, of course, trailed by as many as 9 in this latter portion of the second half. Johnson County possession. You'll see full court pressure, no doubt, from Highland, and try to force the turnover. 70-66 with 1:10 to go in the ball game. Head coach, or assistant coach John Aller checking out the timeout situation for the Highland Scotties. Williams, Perry, Redparth, Haskins, and Mason, the 5 on the floor for Highland right now. Johnson counters with Roberson, Lupatis, Womack, Wilson, and Balday. 5 that's been on the floor most of the day here in the second half. Try to foul, they're trying to get the turnover, they don't get that, and then they get a timeout called. Johnson County calls the timeout after the trap. How much time came off, between that opportunity there? 5 seconds, so they have 5 more seconds to get the ball across half court out of the timeout. They'll be inbounding it from the far sideline, or the near sideline, excuse me. Just about 2 or 3 steps from the baseline, I'm assuming. It's where they think that they'll mark it here to inbound. 70-66. Highland down by 6. Looking to go to 2-0 in Jayhawk Conference play, but are going to need a turnover. If they don't get a turnover, going to think to have to foul here to extend this ball game out. 4-point ball game. It'll be Balday to inbound. Balday will not see ball pressure, it looks like. Actually, no, now Holden Redparth will go and pressure the inbounder. 4-point game with 1:05 to go, and now the referees want to talk things over. I'm not sure what they're conversing about, but whatever it was is pretty quick. Balday to inbound. They sling it in. They get it into Roberson. Roberson going to have to bring it across the timeline quickly. He does. He throws it ahead and lost the handle momentarily. Now reaching. There's a reach in by Mason trying to foul perhaps. Now to 54 seconds. Lupatis in the corner for Balday. Back to Lupatis on the near side. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Don't foul yet now if you're the Highland because you played it down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Deep three by Roberson. It's out. Rebounds up for grabs. Picked up by Haskins and a foul on Johnson County. Haskins gets the rebound and he gets fouled, so you get free throws, opportunity to score points without the time coming off the clock. Good defense played by Highland. You force a deep three. Yes, Johnson County's made some shots like that, but they didn't make that one. Here's Ryan Haskins at the line. Ryan on the year, 83% free throw shooter on the season. Haskins 2 for 2 from the line today. He makes the first. Haskins with the bucket on the first free throw. Now here comes another free throw try for Ryan Haskins, a 3-point game. Second free throw is good. Both free throws good and 41.7 seconds to go. Highland down by 9 here in the final 4 minutes of the game. Have fought back to be within 2, 70-68. Scotties, all 5 of their losses this year have been by single digits by a combined 27 points. They don't want to add a 6th loss, however, as they've clawed back to within 2. You can play a lockdown defense here because it's a 30-second shot clock and 41.7 seconds to go. But also, if Johnson County were to make the bucket on the offensive set and utilize most of the clock, you wouldn't have much time to go and you'd be down with 2 possessions. So you got to play it however it kind of feels itself out. But you don't necessarily need a foul right off the bat here, only being down by 2 points now. Williams challenges the inbound. Balday comes and gets it. Redparth was challenging on the defensive end there. Wilson will bring it up himself across the low. Actually, he gives it off to Lupatis, who brings it across half court. 30 seconds to go. Down to 18 seconds on the shot clock. Lupatis to the top of the key. Balday driving into the lane, lost the handle. They're going to call travel. Yes, Balday lost the handle. Haskins helping force that, and Haskins calling for the fans to get into it as Highland has the possession. Shot clock off, 22.9 seconds to go. Down by 2. The Scotties have the ball. Mason across the logo. Mason being challenged by Roberson. Down to 10 seconds. Mason gets around the defender. Mason all the way to the rim. Throws it up. It's good! It's tied. 70-all. 5.8 seconds to go. Lupatis coming across. Lupatis throws it down low. The shot. Oh, it's good with 0.4 seconds by Balday. And 0.4 seconds to go. Highland wants a timeout. Wow. Tavion Mason rolled to the basket, got the bucket off the backboard, and tied at 70. In a heady play by Johnson, they go down the floor with Anthony Lupatis. Lupatis found a wide open Matt Balday on the near side block, and he caught it, put it in for 2, and they made a play with 0.4 seconds to go in this ball game. That is not much time for Highland. They got to throw a baseball pass and flick it up, but Scotties battling back in this game, only to see themselves down by 2 here by Johnson at the moment. Desperation situation right now. Haskins will inbound it, and they'll try to see what they can do. think another timeout was actually called. Yeah, Johnson County called a timeout again. Or they called a timeout after Highland had called a timeout initially. So 0.4 seconds to go. And Highland down by 2. It looked like they had tied it up and we might be going to overtime. But, well, Johnson County had 5.8 seconds to work with, and Anthony Lapatis put it in his hands, took it to the basket, found his teammate Matt Balday, and Balday, well, got what could be the winning bucket for Johnson. And if it is that way, it's a tough loss for the Scotties here today. Looks like Johnson's going to bring some pressure on the inbound pass. And we're going to see Alonzo Williams take it out of bounds instead. Highland just has to get something to hope that they can flick it up towards the rim no matter what happens. Williams moving along the baseline, throws the baseball pass ahead. Haskins gets it, that doesn't have an opportunity to heave it close to the basket. And Johnson County will sneak away with the victory here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse. Johnson County wins it. A late bucket earns them the win, 72-70 over Highland. Scotties fall to 16-6 on the year, and Johnson County improves to 10-12 on the season. We'll have the post-game numbers when we return after this 2-minute timeout here on KNZA and the Scotty Sports Network.
If you have heard stories about college debt and what it is doing not only to the students who borrowed the money, but also to families who co-signed those loans, you may have concern about your own college future. Check out the difference it makes to attend Highland Community College before transferring to a 4-year institution. Going to Highland will save you thousands of dollars in college expense. Literally, you'll be able to start your life after college without the burden of debt that is impacting so many families. Check it out at highlandcc.edu. Highland Community College. From here, you can see anywhere.
Attention farmers, poor drainage got your yields down? Precision Grading Design can help. With more than 8 years experience, Precision Grading Design has the experience you are looking for in site development, terrace design for drainage solutions, and any civil grading project. They also do private surveying and mapping and cater all design projects to be built using the latest GPS construction equipment, ensuring quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Contact Rocky Runke at 785-444-3702 or visit precision-grading-design.com for more information on Precision Grading Design of Highland, Kansas.
Hi, this is Diamond Dan for Diamonds by Design Jewelry Stores. Diamonds by Design is a full-service jewelry store with a variety of fine jewelry to fit every budget. Come in and let Marcia and her staff help to make your special occasion even more special. Diamonds by Design, locally owned and operated for over 15 years, and we specialize in custom design jewelry with a full-time designer in-house and computer software that lets you build your very own custom design jewelry. Come see Diamonds by Design at 21st and Wanamaker in Topeka.
The Bendina State Bank welcomes you to come in and see for yourself the commitment that each and every one of the staff represents. They offer many services, including standard checking and savings accounts, plus loans for agriculture, home, and auto. Stop in today and utilize the many services they offer. The Bendina State Bank, making life better right here at home. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
103.9 FM, KNZA.
Well, we wrap up the day with a split here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse as the Highland men suffer their 6th loss of the year and another single-digit loss at that. 72-70 the final. Scotties trailed by 1 at halftime on a made three-pointer in the final seconds of the first half by Johnson County. The Scotties trailed by as many as 9 in the second half, but had a 5-point lead at a couple different junctures themselves as well. Highland battles back from that 9-point deficit, though, however, to tie the ball game on a Tavion Mason run to the basket, a bank shot off the backboard, and it was tied at 70. But 5.8 seconds left to go in the ball game. It was Anthony Lapatis of Johnson County going all the way from one side of the court to the other to the basket. He did not shoot it, though. He found his open teammate, Matt Balday, and Matt Balday hit the game-winning bucket with 0.4 seconds to go and earn the Johnson County victory. Johnson County now 10-12, Highland 16-6 on the season. Final numbers here: Scotties shoot 42.9% from the floor, 24-56. 5 of 20 from 3 and 17 of 27 from the free throw line. The Scotties do win the rebounding margin 36-32. Johnson County shoots 46.2% from the floor, 24 of 52, 8 of 25 from 3 and 16 of 21 from the free throw line in the ball game. For Johnson County in the win, 16 points by Anthony Lapadas with 7 rebounds and 7 assists, 12 points for Xavier Womack. He had 11 rebounds as well. 18 points by Matt Balday, as he was 9 of 10 from the free throw line as well. 10 points for Berlin Roberson and 10 for General Williams and 6 for Marquand Wilson for Johnson County in the road victory. Scotties had 9 assists on the day, 7 steals and a couple of blocks, 12 turnovers to Johnson County's 14. 13 points apiece for Tavion Mason and Holden Redparth. Redparth finished with 7 rebounds as well. 11 points and 7 boards for Kevin Perry on the day. 14 points and 5 rebounds for Ryan Haskins in the matchup, and 11 points, 6 rebounds as well for Alonzo Williams, 2 points for Jalen Rutherford, 5 points for James Caldwell, and 1 point for DJ Dokes here for some of the final statistics for Highland Community College. The Scotties, with the loss, fall to a 16-6 record and 1-1 in Jayhawk Conference play as well, falling 72-70 with a bucket in the final seconds of the ball game, winning it for Johnson County here at Ben Allen Fieldhouse today. Thanks for listening on 103.9 KNZA and MSCSports.net today. Also on the Scotty Sports Network if you tune in there. Thanks for all of that. Thanks to Carrie and Big Al, of course, for helping out as usual and doing a great job. Thanks to my man Kurt Kilman back at the studio, to Tyler and Allison doing a great job as well. Don't forget, postgame coming up on the Scotty Sports Network. You'll be able to find the postgame links at ScottyAthletics.com under the schedule tabs for each of the 2 teams. We'll have postgame coming up in a little bit on the Scotty Sports Network. As Highland men suffer a loss on their home floor today, 72-70, as they fall to Johnson County here on the Scotty Sports Network and 103.9 KNZA.